Introduction to Microbit Coding. In this lesson, you will be introduced to the microbit and the environment you will use to start learning how to code before creating your first programs. In this lesson, you will outline parts of the microbit, introduce the microbit programming environment, MakeCode, and prepare and present a program using a microbit. We're now going to outline parts of the microbit. Now you might be wondering what the microbit is. And in fact, it's a pocket-sized computer. It's what we're going to be using to practice coding. Now it has LED light displays, buttons, sensors, and many input and output features that, when programmed, let it interact with you and your world. Moving on to the front of the microbit, what you can see first of all is there are two buttons. Those are buttons A and B, and they allow inputs onto the microbit and allow you to have different parts of the code running. There are then the 25 LEDs, which allow you to output either an image, text, or numbers to the screen. And finally on the front we've got pins, which allow you to connect external input or output to your microbit. For example, a buzzer. Moving on to the back of your microbit, you first of all got a micro USB port. Now this allows you to connect to your computer, which will either provide it with power or allow you to download code onto it. There's a reset button, so you can restart any code you put onto it from the beginning. There's also a battery input, which allows you to power the microbit from a battery pack, which in turn will make it a portable device. Now, some of the inbuilt functions are a compass, which obviously allows you to detect the direction, and an accelerometer, which allows it to detect movement. I'm going to introduce the microbit programming environment, MakeCode. Now, you'll find the website located at makecode.microbit.org, and that website is shown below. If you click on New Project, you'll be able to start a new coding project as shown to the right, with all the code available to use. Now this is split up into three sections. The first being the code blocks. Now this is where you choose your code from. Now it's a block-based programming environment, which means you'll be able to drag and drop your code so that snaps into the blocks. On the right hand side you've got your programming area, and this is where you will drag your blocks to. And finally you've got an emulator. Now this is a virtual microbit where you can test the code that you have been writing. Going back to the first screen, you may want to start by doing a tutorial. Now what this allows you to do is to follow a tutorial to complete a project by selecting one of the above. Now what this does is give you a simplified programming environment with only the blocks that you need. If you look on the right, you can see how this will look, which is obviously different than above. What it does is give you a step-by-step guide to complete a program. And it's a much simplified version. It's a very good way of getting started with a coding project. You are now going to prepare and present a program using a microbit. Now, there are three levels of task, and you're going to start from developing. In developing, you're going to follow the name tag tutorial to get the microbit to display your name. You'll then try the second tutorial, smiley buttons, and this will get the microbit to show a different smiley face on a button press. Moving on to the secure level. This time you're going to start a project from scratch, and you're going to create a program where button A will show your first name, button B shows your second name, and button A and B together will show your age. Finally, moving on to the mastered level, you're going to create a program where on the shake the microbit will count down from 5 to 1, and secondly it has a 1 second pause between each number. You will then take a screenshot or photo of your code for uploading to ClassCharts for the secure and mastered tasks only. Don't need to do a screenshot for your developing tasks. So secure and mastered only. Pause the video now to complete those tasks. The last task is to complete the exit quiz linked on Clash Charts. Once you have completed that quiz, you need to take a screenshot or photo of your score for uploading to Clash Charts. So in conclusion, there are 3 things that need uploading. That's your secure task, your mastered task, and your exit quiz. All 3 must be uploaded to complete this task.